Anyway, the Road to Empire podcast is basically about my journey on trying to document how I'm trying to build a business and how my life is going as an entrepreneur, some of the experiences that I've had, the failures, the rise, the fall, some little bit of successes and all sorts. So I'm trying to document how my journey is going in the world of business. And I want to, showcase to you people that, if you're interested in business, if you want to set something up, if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or setting up your own kind of business or side hustle, as they call it, or, whatever you like, there are ample and vast amount of opportunities out there right now, like never before. Right now, we're in the fourth industrial age, as they call it, the digital age. When I was young, I think the internet came out in the late 90s, or was just, hitting the scene at that time. And, we didn't have no computers. We didn't have nothing like that. I actually remember my relatives, they had a games console at that time. I think it was maybe the Commodore 64 or something, those really old computers that ran on tapes, and you'd play these little games, really, really poor kind of like graphics and, designs and whatnot. And then later on, some years down the line, one of my other cousins, he managed to get the old Sega Mega Drive, and, he'd have two joypads, and we'd play Sonic the Hedgehog between us relatives and friends, and that was quite cool. And then I think later on he got Nintendo 64 and all this kind of stuff, the old classic GoldenEye and Mario Kart. So really, we were too poor to have any kind of computers like that. I think we didn't get a PC till many, many years later. But right now, we are living in the world of the online space. More and more kind of services, products, and all these type of things are moving into the digital space. So, what does that mean? It means that you've got an opportunity now to reach more people than ever before. Prior to this, you had to write letters, you had to send out postcards, you had to send out, whatever, this type of mail. But now you can actually reach people by the click of a button on your mouse. Yeah, all you have to do is this. Might be able to hear that. But, just a little click of the mouse and you can contact people, send them an email from, if you're in the UK, you can email somebody all the way in the United States of America or Australia or India or Dubai, Philippines, anywhere in the world, Singapore, just at a click of a button. And within seconds, they'll get an email. You know what I mean? You can do Skype calls. You can have online Zoom meetings. You can use different types of software and mediums to communicate with people all around the world. Now you've got a medium where you can reach a mass audience. And this is absolutely amazing. A lot of businesses used to use, for example, television, and some of them still do, as a medium of advertisement. Billboards are quite popular and all these type of things. But as we moved to the digital age, you're now seeing a lot more advertisements on platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Google AdWords. Now you've even got digital type billboards as well. So you've got all sorts now. And I guess, I don't know about you, but if I've recorded a show on TV, and I come back to it maybe a few days later to watch it, as soon as the ad comes on, right, I get my remote, I press fast forward, and I get my phone, and I start looking at my phone. I start typing away. I might go on Facebook, might go on Insta, Twitter or LinkedIn or something. Start, checking out my messages or my notifications or whatnot. And I'm fast forwarding those adverts. I'm not even looking at the adverts. So, a lot of the TV companies have started to realize this, and slowly but surely, more and more of them are actually moving on to platforms like Facebook and advertising on there. So if you're not advertising on Facebook right now, you're going to see that the cost for lead generation is going up pretty much, month by month. And in the next year or two, when the big boys start coming on and, spending like $1 million, $1 billion budgets, it's going to blast a lot of the SMEs, small, medium enterprises, small entrepreneurs out of the park, basically. So, make use of these advertising platforms. Or if you produce a lot of content, organic content, and you're pretty good at this organic content, then that's good as well. I mean, if you're getting reach through, viral posts, that's fantastic as well. So there's all sorts really at the moment in terms of what's available in the digital kind of arena. So, if you're thinking about leaving your job, I would probably advise not to. It's probably better, from my experience. I left my job and it was very difficult for a long while to actually, get going. So I wouldn't leave my job. I would start something on the side, whether it's a side hustle, little side, online side business. And I would start to build a brand, start getting content out there. Think about the product and service you're providing, who is your target audience, kind of like decipher and home in on these kind of different kind of aspects towards your business strategy or your plan that you have. Come up with a marketing strategy and start implementing. Make your first $1, $10, $100, $1,000 online, and look at recurring income, monthly income, and start building from there. And then, for example, if you're making £1,000 or $1,000 a month in your current job, I would say once you've got to that £1,000, you need to at least probably exceed it by at least 1 or 2x before you think about leaving that job, because you've got a stable income and it actually makes sense to keep on working until you get to a stage where your actual side business is now making enough to cover what you would have been earning from your job and extra, so you can reinvest back in the business and have some money saved in the bank, and then have some hard cash physically in your hand if you need to. Because, anything will happen if you get sick or a family member gets sick, at least you've got some money there so you can, access medication, treatment, whatever it might be, private healthcare, whatever. So, these are the different type of things, and that's advice I'd give you from my personal experience, that if you're starting a side business now, if you're going to do e-commerce, if you're a coach, if you've got some sort of experience in the industry that you've been working in maybe for 20 years, or if you're looking to do other kind of services, whatever it might be, selling physical products or digital products, teaching people, whatever it is, make sure that you actually think about it before you actually start and before you actually leave. A lot of the gurus online right now are telling people to leave their jobs and all this kind of stuff and start going at it, hustling, all this kind of blah blah. But what I would say is, don't leave your job right now until you're more stable or financially stable, and then you can actually move on, because it'll be a lot easier. Otherwise you'll start to struggle like I did, and it'll be more problematic for you, more stressful, more headaches. So that's my advice to you guys. So today's podcast is really, I wanted to talk about, in business, we have something called referrals. So as sometimes, for example, if you go on Amazon and you're looking for a product, let's say you're looking for a juice blender or something like that. If I was looking for that, what I would do is I'd look at the reviews. That would be the first thing I'd do. I'd look at the reviews, I'd see what other people are saying, and see what they've rated it. So if it's a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, or if it's a really poor product, maybe it's 1-star. And then it gives you a gist, it gives you an idea of the quality of that product. And based on their referrals of other clients or customers that have purchased that product, I then might decide whether this product will be suitable for me or not. Now, similarly, previously, I provide a few different strands in my kind of field. So I do digital services, I do PR, promotion, copywriting, social media marketing, social media management, a bit of storytelling, content creation. I also deliver other kinds of services, international consultancy for clients. You've probably seen some of my previous vlogs here on my channel. And by the way, make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to try and provide you as much value for free as possible. But what would be really helpful for me is if you could just tap the subscribe button and share this video as well. It ain't going to cost you anything, but be very useful for me. Plus, every time I release a new vlog, podcast, or general video, info, entertainment, whatever it is, at least you know then, and you can, watch it and benefit from it. So make sure you subscribe and share with a friend, please. Yeah. So I had somebody that I knew, actually, a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, and he was actually a bodyguard. He's a bodyguard, close protection for a British billionaire, a retail mogul. He's worth a few $1 billion, or a few £1 billion. He's got several companies, quite famous in terms of what they provide and everything. So yeah, so he was a close protection bodyguard for this billionaire, and he told me about another colleague who set up a security business, and he was also a close protection bodyguard for this billionaire. So he referred me to him in terms of helping him with social media management, consultancy, and supporting him on setting up social media kind of channels. So then I liaised with his friend, and because the referral came from personal connection, there was already a level of trust, respect, and relationships built up. Even though I'd never met this guy, I didn't know him from Adam at all, but my friend had referred me, and because it was a personal referral, he then obviously had a level of trust already built up with me because it had come from someone that he knew closely. So, long story short, I went in, did some consultancy calls, had a chat with the client, spoke to him, and helped him set up various social media channels, run a few of the existing ones like LinkedIn and Facebook, set up a new Instagram for him, create some content around security and close protection, some generic images, and provide him some consultancy around how he could build his social presence on social media, and how he could get his brand and his company built up, get some more clients. So that was really cool. Getting a client who provides close protection and bodyguard services to a multi-billionaire here in the UK. So yeah, so that was just from a referral from somebody that I knew, a friend of mine. So now, if you've set up your business, or if you're running your business, or you're going to be running your business, what I would suggest is, have a look at referrals as a means of getting leads or getting new potential clients and customers. Just go through your phone book, get your phone, check it out, see who's on there, send a generic message, reach out to people individually. You can get on WhatsApp and you can send a broadcast message to multiple contacts in there. Ask them for referrals, ask them for people that they might know, and that will potentially lead to a few calls, a few leads there for you, and maybe even some business. And again, because the referrals coming from someone that knows you, it'll probably be a lot easier for you to build that relationship and actually secure clientele with those individuals. So definitely, my advice is look at all your existing network, speak to people. Maybe you've already done business and you've got multiple clients. Pick up the phone, ring a client, ask them for a referral. I mean, there's no harm in that. Always ask, because you never know, you might just get that referral, and that could be an extra few $1,000s or whatever, or maybe even a 12-month project. You just don't know. So yeah, referrals is a means of increasing income and revenue in your business and entrepreneurial kind of venture. So definitely, implement referrals as part of your business strategy. And yeah, so look out for more of my podcasts here on YouTube and on audio podcasts as well. And make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you soon.